They embarked on their grand family adventure. 4 vehicles, 17 souls, 1 group chat that excluded me. I woke to a hollow house. When I dialed Mom, she said, "We assumed you were with your cousins in the van." I stayed silent. 2 hours later, my sister mistakenly sent me a screenshot intended for a friend. "He's really not there?" "Yes, it worked." I responded with just 2 words. "Happy holidays?" Then I discreetly canceled the $12,500 reservation. That was step 1. By 8:03 a.m., my phone showed 101 missed calls. One message simply read, "Urgent." Last Christmas, my uncle had said, half joking, half cold, after I'd covered the family meal, "Feels nice to be left out, huh?" I thought it was a jest. I chuckled along. But now I see it wasn't. This year I woke on December 23rd to silence so heavy it felt like a blanket. No texts, no knocks, no scent of pancakes, just stillness thick as fog. The living room was pristine, save for a lone charger and a couple of pine needles by the door. My suitcase sat untouched in the hall from my last work trip. My toothbrush was dry, my wallet unmoved. I thought I might be dreaming, or maybe they were delayed, so I called. Mom answered quickly, like she wasn't ready for me. "Hey, where's everyone?" I asked. A pause followed, heavy like a storm cloud. "We thought you were in the second car with your cousins," she said. I didn't respond. Just like that, 17 people, 4 cars, 1 epic family getaway, and no one noticed my absence. No call, no text, no seat held for me. "I swear," she said, "I thought Zach said you were in car too." Must have been a mix-up. More silence. I ended the call. I didn't shout. I didn't ask why I wasn't in the group chat, why I was left out of the plans, why I'd paid $12,500 for that mountain Airbnb only to be overlooked. 2 hours later, my phone buzzed. A screenshot from my sister Lily. It was clearly meant for someone else, probably her friend Sarah. It showed the group chat, 17 names, a pinned itinerary, and her message. "He's really not there?" "Yes!" It worked. I stared at it. I didn't reply immediately. I didn't call her. I sat at the kitchen table, opened my laptop, logged into the Airbnb account, and quietly canceled the booking. The refund hit my card instantly, set to process in 3 to 5 days. Then I sent 1 text back. "Happy holidays." No periods, no emojis, just a phrase they'd recall. 30 minutes later, my phone erupted. 42 missed calls, then 70. 1 text simply read, "Urgent." I powered it off. Step 2 began. Dad called first, his voice rough like he'd already been yelling. "What did you do? You canceled the entire place?" "No," I said evenly. "I canceled my booking. It just happened to be the whole booking since it was on my card." "You think this is funny?" he snapped. 17 people are stranded outside a cabin in the snow." "You think I'm a joke?" I replied, and hung up. I turned my phone back on an hour later. The chaos had grown symphonic. Missed calls from Mom, Aunt Clara, Cousin Max, Lily again, even her boyfriend Zach, who'd apparently become family quicker than I could get a chat invite. I didn't answer. I just observed. For once, I wasn't rushing to mend their mess. Here's the backstory they didn't expect me to share. For 3 years, I'd funded every holiday rental. "We'll pay you back," they'd say, but the money never came. Every cousin's birthday gift? My dime. Every time Lily's car broke down, who'd she call? Not her brother, but her ATM. Not out of love, but convenience. Mom once said, "You're the dependable one. That's why we rely on you." No, I was the quiet one. They thought I'd never push back. They treated me like a limitless credit line. Empty apologies, bold lies. By Christmas Eve, they were frantic. Mom texted, "We didn't mean to leave you out. Things got hectic with Lily's kids and Zach's visa. Let's not spoil the holidays." I didn't reply. Lily posted on Instagram from a diner near the mountains. A coffee mug, tousled hair, and a caption. "Family isn't always perfect, but it's about forgiveness." I smirked. The comments were all pity. "Stay strong, girl. Hope it settles soon. People reveal themselves when it counts." Then I saw it. A story on her private account, one I wasn't meant to see. A screenshot of the family chat, minus me. Caption, "He's finally gone. Took long enough." Below it, the Airbnb refund email I'd received. They'd planned it. Knew I'd bankroll the trip. Knew I'd be excluded. Thought I'd still pay. I checked my accounts, not just Airbnb. Lily had used my Netflix, Spotify, Amazon Prime. Next day orders for ski gear, none for me. All on my tab. Then I found it. A $780 charge from an Aspen ski shop. I'd never skied. They'd used my login, my saved card, my identity. I saved everything. Then I dug into the old family chat, where Lily begged me to cover her debt just for a few months. That was 31 months ago. Silence became strategy. On Christmas night, I posted something, not public yet. A close friend's story with the refund confirmation and a caption. Turns out I wasn't as invisible as they thought. By morning, messages poured in from people I hadn't spoken to in years. Cousin Max. Man, I didn't know they left you out. That's wrong. I thought you were busy. Aunt Clara. You paid for all this? I thought your parents covered it. The real gem came from Zach, Lily's boyfriend, the tag-along king. He texted, hesitant at first, then spilled. I didn't know about any of this. I thought you stayed back for work. Lily said you offered to pay for the Airbnb, said you didn't like crowds anymore, that you were delicate. Delicate. The same word Dad used last year when I admitted I was exhausted from work. Delicate people don't survive the real world, he'd said. Zach's words cracked it all open. He called that night, voice unsteady, and laid it bare. Lily had been planning the perfect family trip since October. Her term, not mine. She called it her holiday reset. New energy, new family dynamic, no baggage, meaning no me. She told Zach she'd handle the Airbnb, then told Mom I'd offered to cover it. She never told anyone I was invited, never added me to the travel plans, never included me in the Zoom calls. She said you'd ruin the vibe, Zach admitted, that you always brought drama. He said he'd argued for me, but Lily brushed it off. Don't worry, he's used to being left out. He won't care. I hung up without a word. The evidence pile began. That night, I created a folder labeled Exploited. Screenshots, emails, Lily's stories, Amazon receipts, Airbnb charges, old messages promising I was family, but always the last to know, first to pay. Then I opened a new tab. Searched $12,500 Airbnb chargeback plus fraud. Step 2 was in motion. They thought I'd stay quiet, sulk in my apartment with my unfinished books and buried grudges, letting them celebrate uninterrupted. They miscalculated. While they hiked snowy paths and posed in matching scarves, I was already planning. And I knew their location. How? Lily, master planner, forgot my Spotify was still logged into her phone, months of ad-free music on my dime, but it also gave me her GPS. I tracked her in real time. Cabin, shops, trails, and the Christmas dinner booking. 7 p.m., Pinecrest Lodge, Summit Room. I reserved a table. Same lodge. 6 p.m. I packed my laptop, the exploited folder, printed records of every charge, and my phone with screenshots ready. I wore a suit I hadn't touched since my last interview and drove to the mountains in silence. Just me, the road, and the fire within. At 7 p.m., Summit Room, they were seated. 4 tables joined, 17 people. My chair, naturally, empty. I watched from across the room. Mom smiled tensely. Dad poured wine like a diplomat. Lily scrolled her phone, likely counting likes on her blessed holiday post. Zach looked defeated. I approached. Silence fell like a guillotine. Forks stilled. Aunt Ellen whispered, "Oh no." "Hi, everyone," I said brightly. "Heard we were having Christmas dinner?" No one spoke. Lily tried. "This isn't your table?" I smiled. "Actually, it is. You're dining under my reservation, the one I paid for. Check the receipt." Dad stood. "You're causing a scene." "No," I said. "I'm making a statement." I opened my laptop, turned it to the table, and began. Let's review. First, the Airbnb invoice. My name, my card, $12,500. Then the refund confirmation, time-stamped, then Lily's text. "He's really not there?" "Yes." "It worked," Lily tried to interrupt. I raised a hand. "Then we have Amazon orders, ski gear, jackets, Lily's new boots, all on my Prime. Next, Netflix, Spotify, Uber, all me." I faced my parents. "Here's your grocery delivery receipts. The ones you said came from your savings. Funny, my card says different." Then, the final piece. A printed screenshot of Lily's private story. "He's finally gone." Took long enough. Silence choked the room. Mom looked shattered. Dad's jaw tightened like he'd break a molar. Zach stood slowly, cleared his throat. "I'm out," he said. Lily spun. "What? You're serious?" "I gave you the benefit of the doubt," he said. "But this is vicious. You used him. Lied to us all. For what? A post?" she stammered. "You don't get it. I get enough," he shot back. "I'm not spending another night in that cabin. You're all insane." The family splintered. Aunt Clara whispered to Mom. Max said aloud, "I didn't know you paid for everything. I thought you just didn't want to come." Dad erupted. "This is why we didn't invite you. You always play the victim, always guilt-tripping." I stepped closer. "Number, I'm tired of paying to be invisible." Then I pulled out a small speaker and pressed play. Lily's voice echoed, "Don't worry, he's used to being left out. He won't care." A voice memo from a month ago sent to Zach, saved in the chat. Lily lunged. "Turn it off!" I turned it louder. Mom stood. "Please, we can fix this." "No," I said. "The time for talking is done." I placed a small card on the table, clean font. It read, "This meal was paid for by the one you forgot. Enjoy." I closed my laptop and walked out. Behind me, chairs scraped, a glass clinked, someone muttered, "Good Lord." Outside, snow began to fall. By the time I reached the city, my story was spreading. Zach drove home after Stuart and posted, "Sometimes you learn too late that those closest to you can orchestrate betrayal like it's a holiday itinerary." He didn't name names. He didn't need to. The dots connected. I went public. The next morning, I posted a thread. No dramatic caption, just facts. They left for the big family trip. 4 cars, 17 people, 1 chat without me. I woke alone in the house I funded. 2 hours later, a text meant for someone else. "He's really not there?" Yes, it worked. So I canceled the $12,500 booking. Then I let the truth play. Below, screenshots of charges, the voice memo, the lodge receipt, and a photo of 17 people frozen as I walked away. It exploded. Thousands of likes, shares, comments. People shared their stories. The sibling who took, the parents who guilted, the relatives who only called when bills were due. One comment read, "You didn't cancel Christmas. You reclaimed it." Mom texted that evening, "Please take down the post. People are calling. We're humiliated. Your father's talking about a lawyer. Lily's devastated." I didn't reply. Lily texted, "You destroyed everything." I responded, "No, Lily." I exposed it. On December 26th, I posted a video. Just me, 1 chair, plain background, calm voice. "I didn't want this, but you cast me as the villain before I knew the script. You planned a trip with my money without my name, then laughed when I wasn't there. So here's the truth. Not for vengeance, but for clarity." I played the voice memo. I ended, "If you've ever been the one left out, this is your sign. It's not you, it's them." The video hit 3 million views in a week. Dad posted a weak apology on Facebook. Families argue, but real men don't air their issues. Max commented, "Should have just invited him." Lily tried to spin it, posting a black screen story. "You learn who people are when you stop letting them use you." I laughed. She tried to play victim in her own story. Then the overlooked spoke. 3 younger cousins messaged me. "Thank you for saying what we couldn't." One said, "Your video was my story." I thought I was alone. That hit harder than anything. It wasn't just my fight, it was theirs too. A content platform offered to license my story for a docuseries. Anonymous, narrated, visualized. I agreed on one condition. I don't want fame. I want the unseen to feel seen. They said yes. Then a law firm emailed. Not for me, for them. Lily had used my name and financial details on an insurance application. Fraud, traceable, legal trouble brewing. On New Year's Eve, I posted a final story. My apartment, warm, tidy, a whiskey glass on the sill. Caption, "This year, I unwrapped freedom. It's better than any gift I got. No family likes. Just hearts from strangers and allies I didn't know I had." I watched fireworks alone and felt unshackled. On January 3rd, I changed my number. No heads up, no farewells, no "call if you need me." I let it fade like an uncharged phone's last notification. Their final texts came. "Lily, you're erasing us?" Dad, "You've made your point. Now be a man and fix it." Mom, "You're still my son. Doesn't that matter?" No, it doesn't. I wasn't included for love, but for use. When I stopped paying, stopped taking it, stopped apologizing, I stopped being family. I was a disruption, a flaw in their story. I didn't vanish. I outgrew them. I signed a lease downtown, 27th floor, south-facing windows, no guest rooms, no couch for crashing. I unpacked one photo, the moment before I left their table of 17, framed it, hung it in the hall. Not a prize, but a warning. Never beg to belong where you're not wanted. On January 8th, a letter arrived from my parents' lawyer citing reputational harm and demanding I remove posts and clarify they're fictional. I replied, "My posts are factual, documented, protected. Discovery will include bank records, texts, voice memos, and witnesses. Also, good luck with Lily's insurance fraud case." The lawyer went silent. I built beyond revenge. 6 weeks after going public, I was invited to 3 podcasts, a panel on toxic families, and a Toronto docuseries shoot. I declined most, but did one podcast. The host asked, "What do you say to blood is thicker than water?" I smiled. Then don't be shocked when your family tries to sink you. I opened a co-working space on the city's edge for creatives, freelancers, those rebuilding from chaos. I named it Uninvited. Below, in small text, "For those left off the list." On opening day, I taped Lily's message to the desk. "He's really not there?" Yes, it worked. Framed under glass. below it. And now I am. I don't miss them. I miss who I imagined they were. People ask if I've forgiven them. I say I've let them go. That's different. I don't hate them. I don't wish them pain. I just don't carry their weight anymore. I don't answer unknown numbers. I don't check old chats. I don't look in mirrors and wonder what I could have done better. I did everything right. They still left without me. I sent one Christmas card to my parents' house. Inside, a photo of me by the uninvited sign. No caption, no return address. Just a note. Next time, cover your own trip. I wasn't forgotten. I was removed, but I turned it into a beacon. They drive past it daily. They just don't get to step inside. Not anymore.